students. How are you all? So once again I'm here, and today we are going to discuss the major dimensions of business environment. Before I discuss the different dimension, here it is very important to discuss that a business environment is completely made up of, it has its two major split. One is this internal environment and another is that external environment. Internal environment is always those forces which are within the control of any business organization. Say for example, it talks about all different 5M, that is man, money, material, machine, market or management. Whereas external environment has its split into further two parts, that is macro environment and micro environment. Micro environment consists of individual forces which has a direct application or which directly affect the workings of any organization, that is customers, suppliers, investors and government. Whereas macro variables are those major forces which have a significant impact on the working and the operating style of any business, that we technically call as PESTLE, political, economic, social, technological and legal. Our syllabus of class 12 business studies is very much confined to only and only external macro variable. So we will be discussing only and only external macro variable and their impact in greater detail on any and every business style. We'll start our discussion with the very first dimension, that is political dimension. Now the question is, what all political dimension and how does it impact? Political dimension is basically that major dimension of any of an environment for any country which constitute of the constitution of that particular country, the political system, ideologies and practices, the nature of government and the relation to the foreign country, the nature and the profile of political leaders of that particular company. So these are some major variables which has a greater impact on a particular business operating in a particular political scenario. If we talk, because we are operating our business, we can here technically discuss the Indian Indian political scenario. So if we see in India, Constitution of India plays a major role, where in business and industries and trade and commerce has been given a different and individual entity, and where there are separate law and rules and regulation. So laws and rules and regulations are always beyond the purview of political environment. That all goes under legal dimension. Here we were simply discussing political dimension. So political dimension is all about the government of that particular country. If we talk about political system of India, we know that India has a federal system which has its split into central government as well as state government. Also, the state government has narrowed down itself different municipal corporation and the local bodies at the different district level. Talking about political ideologies, like most of the political party has a native organization. Like if you talk about the present ruling party, so it has its native organization as the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. So it has definitely an influence of that political party, and the agenda will also be this will have an impact on the business, trade and industry, because this is what the ideology of the political party ruling in your country. Political practices, we know that we practice democracy in India. So democratic control also has a greater impact here in India. Different business enterprises has a democratic impact, and this, according to this, every individual, every business houses can pick up their own style of business. As if likewise, if we talk about China has a bureaucratic style, so their government has a control that what will be produced and what will be the quantity of that particular production. But here in India, yes, there are a split, but majority, as we follow the democratic style, this helps the individual to choose their own style of business. Talking about the nature of relationship of government for the foreign country, we can see that presently India, we as our Prime Minister and we as a country share a very good relationship with many other native countries. Like if we can talk about US, we can talk about Japan, we can talk about Israel. So these are the company with them we keep amending our own policies, foreign policies, just because we can trade with them, we can establish a better foreign relationship, which could create a kind of political sound and you can say peaceful environment in our own country. Talking about the next, that is nature and profile of political leader. Yes, that's also affect a lot. Like presently, we have a particular kind of political people in the center, in the head, those who are promoting, those who are what we can say supporting the business activities, because that they believe, that their ideology believe that yes, industry is the backbone for any economy. Considering all that, we can have some examples in the histories. If we go back to the 1977 is that era where Janata Dal United was the leading political party in India, and at that time IBM, one of the most technology IT industry company, IBM and Coca-Cola has tried to come into the purview of India to set up their business in India. But that particular ruling government has discarded their proposal because we were into Swadeshi setup. We were at that time, we were working for our own self-development and our own domestic industrialization. So we have simply discarded the operation of these major MNCs to India. But in the year 1991, with the change in the new economic policy and with the introduction of globalization, that has become possible that UPA 2 government was that ruling government at that particular point of time, and that has allowed the different MNCs to enter into the purview of India, geographical boundaries of India, and operate its business successfully. So this is how the entire political scenario of a particular country has a great indirect effect over and above the working of all business industries, trade and commerce. The second major dimension is economic dimension. When we look up to the word economic, the term economic here simply meaning thereby something which is related to money and something which is affecting the economic variable, the monetary variable of any business enterprise. So economic dimensions have a direct relation to the money side of or monetary side of any business, that is the profit or the demand and the supply. It has a great impact and severe impact to the money aspect of any business. There are some such factors which we can discuss, like the definition says that economic dimension refers to all those forces which have an economic impact on the business activity. Yes, when we say here the economic impact is related to the impact in terms of money. When a business is getting impacted or getting affected in terms of money, it is just because of that economic dimension. Economic dimensions incorporate the interest rates as and when the interest rates gets changed, as and when there is a change in the rate of inflation, as and when there is a change in the disposal income of consumer, the money, the final consumption income available to money to the consumer. The value of a particular rupee or value of 1 rupee at international market also affects the import and export, the volume of import and export. It's already being mentioned here. The growth rate in a particular company, that is the GDP and GNP of a country. Per capita income, that is that disposable income which a consumer is able to spend. See, all these different terms are a little tricky term which will be discussed in the separate subject called economics, and by now I think you would have an idea about all these different terms, but I'm not getting into the detail of these different terms because then that chapter becomes quite lengthy to discuss. Next is the money supply in the economy. Yes, how much money is coming into circulation for the purpose of investment, for the purpose of consumption. Also, the trend of agricultural as well as industrial production in your particular country, like how much amount of industrial produce and how much amount of agriculture produce are being manufactured in a particular purview of a particular economy. So all that make the economic dimension, which has a greater influence towards the economic aspect of a business enterprise. Talking about the next very variable or next very dimension, that is technological dimension. It's very important because technology these days has a greater role to play, in fact, in each and every business. If we say there are business which cannot be operated in the absence of technology. For example, all e-commerce, all e-business trending, which are very, very trending these days, it is just not possible in the absence of technology. So technology plays a vital role for any business, for the success of any business enterprises. Technological dimensions are always and always those forces which are scientifically, where there is scientific improvement or scientific innovation shows in terms of technology. It may be any kind of change or shift in the technology, in the prevailing and available technology. Wherever there is a kind of shift and there is a kind of change in the available technology, that makes it a part of technological environment. We have numerous examples since history. From now, we can see that vacuum tubes have been replaced through transistor, typewriters have been replaced by computers, fountain pens were replaced by ball pens, steam locomotives were replaced by electronic engine. All the different storage devices are getting shorter day by day and increasing tremendously in terms of space. All these different dimensions, whether being artificial intelligence, whether it being laser and biotechnology, being it robotics, being it food and beverages industry, all these big business giants are completely dependent these days on the technological forces. Technology plays such an important role that at times it becomes the opportunity for a particular company. At the same time, it creates a kind of threat to the other business also. So the environment or the scanning of the technological forces for any business is a must. The very next dimension of environment is legal dimension. As the word itself denotes, that legal means something related to rules and regulation, something related to legislation. So legal environment or legal dimension includes the various laws and legislations, the different law, rules and regulations which are being passed, the different orders given by High Court or Supreme Court of India, the different decisions rendered by different commissions and agencies like CBI, RAW, IB, different investigation bureaus, etc. So what we can understand with this legal dimension is all about considering the different laws and different acts, and any and every business must act within the purview of the given law. For example, if a particular company is buying any hazardous product which is having a component or which must be incorporated while producing a particular unit, so at that very time the company must see that the product must be BIS hallmark approved product. The product should not be any substandard product. Keeping this legal dimension, we can see that there are advertisement, there are products over to it, whether it is being offered by the company and public, like consumed by us, there is a clear message written that consumption of such products are not good for your health. Like the alcohol product, the nicotine product, it is clearly written that smoking kills and nicotine and alcohol is injurious to health. Why? Because these are even the baby products. If you go and buy the baby products, there's a very clear message written that a child of the age of 6 months to 24 months, the best suited food is the mother's milk. So for all these products, what we can see is these are all working under the legal dimension of a company. If you can see the latest Maggi case, latest case of Nestle, so that is also the case of the same, where the legal component has been avoided, and when law and the government, or you can say the different agencies, have entered into the conspiracy of the matter, then different laws and outcomes have come, and Maggi was being banned for a certain period of time for the consumption of common man. So that's all comes under the legal dimension of environment. Talking about the social dimension, which is one of the most important dimension, and it has a direct effect to the social expectation, or the what society expect from a particular business in terms of goods and services. When we talk about social dimension, there are three different words which are very important. Social dimension is completely based upon the tradition, the values and the social trend. All these three words have different meaning. The meaning of the very first word, that is tradition. Tradition may be any such social practice which lasts or which has been believed from over a decade or a century. that becomes the tradition in our society. So for tradition, like we can take all the examples of festivals. Festivals are all our traditions across the religion, across the length and breadth of the country called it India. So we can see that whatever festivals we celebrate, festival gives an opportunity to all the business to comes up with gifts, cards and sweets. Whatever festivals we talk about in whatever religion, we see that for each and every occasion, for each and every festival in India or in abroad, we have the culture of offering gifts, sweets and cards. So that all these tradition has become a kind of business for in today's environment. Talking about values. Values are those concepts which are of higher esteem in our society, which we cannot degrade or substandardize at any cost, be it a gender sensitivity, being equality. While producing different ads and while showcasing and advertising and brand building, company must take care of the values of a particular society. Like you cannot demean the gender issues, you cannot go unequal in terms of gender, or you cannot show any such value like honesty. This cannot be substandardized by the company while making the different ads and while promoting their products. So that is something of high esteem for everyone in Indian society. Talking about the social trends. Social trends are something which are hashtags, something which are trending, something which are operating at present, and anything which is operating in present can either become an opportunity or become a threat for the business. For example, in present scenario in India, a study says that 70% or more people are suffering from diabetes and hypertension, reason being obesity, which means health become a very severe concern for all and everyone in India. So due to increasing awareness towards health, the more and more number of gyms, organic product, mineral water, juice and diet products have been coming into picture. So many such companies are also evolving, those who are offering different products which are all about to keep ourselves healthy. So altogether, social dimension has an impact in the life expectancy, birth and death rates in India. Also the consumption habit of a particular society, also the composition of family, like how many people are there in a particular family, the shift of presence of women in workforce. This is where something very important. Due to increasing number of working women, there is a great opportunity for the business. The very first opportunity is the Dabbawala services, because people these days working for more than 12 hours and they don't have the option to cook. So it has become, and food is something which we need for survival. So due to increasing women in working segment and due to people migrating from their native place to different other place for the search of job, Dabbawalas in Mumbai Dabbawala has a great case study to study. Also the same trend, the tiffin system, and this trend has been very much trending in all the smaller city where there are industries and where there are young girls and guys working day and night for more than 12-15 hours. Another thing, the wardrobe shift. The wardrobe has been shifted. All these formal wear of these big brands have started, whether being it Van Heusen, whether it being Blackberry, whether it being Wardrobe Collection, whether it being People. All these companies are coming with the women formal wear in their wardrobes, which was one of the difficult thing to find before it, because women in corporate these days are very common. So corporate is all about formal wearing, not only corporate. I think that's the formal is something official. So wherever it comes to office, there's a formal wearing. So all these clothing companies are also coming with a formal wardrobe in their collection. It has also increased the demand for cosmetic. It has also increased the number of gadgets to be used. So which means all these industries has a great or tremendous impact as and when there is a social shift, whether it being the change and the taste and the preference of consumer, because social dimension is all about to meet the social expectation of the different individual living in society. So I hope with this I could make a very clear understanding of different dimensions, because the understanding the different dimensions are important, because you can ask a question, a particular statement or a case must be given, and then you have been asked to identify that particular dimension which has been affected or which has been discussed in a particular case. So I hope I could have made the understanding of the idea very, very clear. Very soon I'll be there with the next topic, that is New Industrial Policy 1991. Till then, stay tuned to my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe it. Press a hit button, like this, and keep posting your valuable suggestions in the comment section. Thank you.